Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's pre-orders, and they are live. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Alright, so we're still at Adepticon, and it is popping off absolutely insane. It's been a ton of fun so far, but we're taking a little break here to check out Games Workshop's pre-orders this week. So let's have a quick look through those, and then we'll back to the con. Alright, so getting started here, we've got a bunch of the new Orcs and Goblin stuff. We got the dice, the cards, the actual Arcane journal, and then a bunch of old models being remade as well. So very cool if you're after the Orcs and Goblins. This is like a massive drop for them. Tons and tons of new stuff coming out for like old models, and then also a brand new model as well in the Black Orc Commander. So very cool to see the classic Orc Warboss on Wyvern coming back, 78 bucks for him. And then of course we got the Giant as well. This one is a definite classic, 78 bucks again for that one. Both those expert kits coming in resin. And then again, just scrolling down here, we've got the Troll Hag coming back at $93. The Bone Grinder Giant, who is absolutely huge, coming back at $230. Again, expert kits. And then the Night Goblin Command set as well for 70 bucks. So lots of very cool and classic models coming back here. And then we got that Black Orc Bigboss, the brand new model, online only. Very cool, done in the style of like the old models, but obviously up to date, up to scale. Very, very cool. Definitely happy to see a nice new commander to lead your Orc and Goblin forces. And then again, just continuing on down the line, lots and lots of other cool stuff coming back. The Goblin Nasty Skulkers, Snotling Pump Wagon, Orc Biggins Command. And then we've got the old Doomdiver Catapult, Goblin Wolf Chariot, Goblin Rock Lava. Tons and tons of stuff. This has got to be the biggest release. Then we've got the Goblin Bolt Thrower, the Common Trolls, Snotling Mobs, Goblin Shamans, Goblin Bosses, Badland Ogre Bulls. All right, and then we got the Orc Shaman, definitely a cool and classic model, one that I personally had when I was a kid. Goblin Wolf Rider Bosses, Night Goblin Shamans. It's amazing to see how far some of like the redos of these have come as well. And then of course we have the Orc and Goblin Tribe Battalion, 170 bucks for that. Nice box set, loaded with minis. If you're after those classics, want to build up an old army or a new old world army, that is definitely a nice starting point. Then we got some of the stuff from last week, the Warhammer Underworlds, Death Gorge, and then of course the Warhammer Horus Heresy Solar Auxilia transfer sheets, and then those brand new tanks coming out as well. So first time to pick up the Leman Russ on its own, 65 bucks, two different variants there, and then we have the Malcador Heavy tank. Absolutely awesome, absolutely beautiful. 90 bucks for this beast. And I know a lot of these are going to be rolling out on the table because not only do they hit hard, but they look absolutely amazing as well. Very, very cool. All right, and then scrolling down, we've got the Veletaris Storm section, the more elite troops, the Aon Heavy Sentinel, and that's the one from the box set being offered individually, and then, of course, the Tactical Command section as well. So you gotta love the speed that Games Workshop is rolling this stuff out. Sometimes when a box set comes out, it's like weeks or like months before you can actually purchase the individual miniatures, or in this case, like expand the range. But Games Workshop right on the heels with these pre-orders. So then we have the Solar Auxilia Las Rifle section, 20 troopers there. The other Leman Russ command tank slash variant. And then, of course, the Dracosan Armored Transport, again from the box set. And a really nice, really nice tank right there. Same chassis as the Malcador, but a transport with like limited artillery. Very cool. And then moving along, we've got Renegades, Lords of Access. That's in hardback, so I'm sure that'll sell out pretty quickly. And then we've got the new campaign book as well for Age of Darkness. Battle for Beta Garmon, 60 bucks for that bad boy.
Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now, back to the video.
And then some new Delac resin pieces, the Ash Waste upgrades, and then also the new model Doc and Gang Lookout. And then we've got all of the different cards. So 3 different sets of cards, the Zone Mortalis Gang Tactics cards, and then we have the Delac Vehicle Gang Tactics cards and Delac Gang Tactics cards reprint, 20 bucks a pop for those. And as expected, as we discussed, the Kroot Hunting Pack has sold out as well. That was definitely a very popular box. Not only are people excited for the Codex, which so far from what I've seen appears to be very good, lots of powerful options, which means we're going to see a lot of like competitive but also very diverse lists, which is awesome. You always like to see that. It means they have good internal balance. And then also it's just a stellar box set just loaded with minis. So very, very cool. All new sculpts and then the codex and cards as well. That is definitely a deal. You can still find them online though. Not all hope is lost if you missed out on one. And then last but not least, we had that Warhammer Underworlds Rivals of the Mirrored City. And a lot of people were busting my chops about saying that was a good deal. And I don't understand how anyone could not think it was a good deal. The regular warbands are like 42 bucks a piece on their own. So just on that, it's like $168 in warbands for 100 bucks. So I don't know what world that's not a good deal in, but I picked one up and I'm very happy for that because this thing sold out very quickly. Really popular, and a lot of people are really after those minis. And then especially with the new official announcement of the Skaven for Warhammer Age of Sigmar 4th edition, it's going to be even harder to get like those old Skaven mobs or like old Skaven minis that aren't in production because everybody suddenly is going to be after them as well. So very, very cool. So lots of stuff coming out this week. I know a lot of people were excited for the Horus Heresy, just as many excited for the Old World as well. Two very popular, very successful launches over the last couple of years, and community definitely appears to be enjoying them. And very cool to see some of these classic models that we haven't seen for like decades once more available. Most of them this time coming in expert kits in resin from Games Workshop, but just giving people an opportunity to once again pick up some models that they may not have had otherwise. Although I'm not going to lie, some of the prices are insane. I was very surprised to see the Bone Grinder Giant at 230 bucks, but he is massive and he was pretty pricey back in the day. But that's where the nostalgia kicks in because I can't imagine in a million years picking that up for 230 when you can get King Brog and like the other set for 200. And those are like brand new sculpts, beautiful plastic, tons of different variants and bits and all kinds of cool stuff. But to each his own, I'd rather there be more options for the people that do want to pick stuff like that up, even though it's not particularly my cup of tea. So let me know what you're most excited for, what you're going to be picking up. Are you picking up the Orcs and Goblin Tribes Battalion? Starting your new Orc army for the old world? Are you going to be jumping into the Solar Auxilia and the Horus Heresy? Or maybe grabbing up one of those books? Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. Special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring this video. Check out the link in the description to save 15% on Games Workshop products. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and it's back to Adepticon for me. I'm out of here.